During Easter procession, a full-loaded truck ran into Christians in Gombe and unaliving 5 people, injuring many of them. And guess what? Everywhere is quiet. And they said it's brake failure. But the question is, did that truck really or actually fail brake?
I needed the president to be in this country before making this post. And now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is back in Nigeria after 19 days. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu left Nigeria and he was inactive as the president. He didn't say anything because there was a case of insecurity, a serious case of insecurity in different parts of Nigeria. The president didn't say a word. No comment from him, meaning he was inactive.
So during Easter procession, a full-loaded truck ran into Christians in Gombe and unaliving 5 people, injuring many of them. And guess what? Everywhere is quiet. And they said it's brake failure. But the question is, did that truck really or actually fail brake? Anyway, let me explain, or this is all you need to know. Let me explain. So on the 2nd of April 2025, a full-loaded truck ran into Christians celebrating Easter and they blamed it on brake failure. The question here is it really brake failure? Now let's analyze that video. If you watch that video very well, or how that truck ran into the crowd and unaliving those people, you hear that that truck never horned. There was no sign or anything shout like, oh, people should leave the road on or something. When a truck fail brake, it doesn't approach crowd. The truck clearly saw those crowd. It did not swap to any side of the road, or maybe go to the side of the road, or maybe enter bush just to avoid to unaliving people. But it never did that. It did not even press horn. Sometimes when a truck or a car fail brake, you will see the truck or car pressing horn just to warn people ahead to leave the road. And the truck was not empty, it was fully loaded. And you could see, look at the truck very well, you could see that people were hanging on the truck. They were happy, celebrating that they were going to unalive people. Now here's another question: is this the first time this thing is happening? The answer is no, this is not the first time such thing is happening. Now during Easter 2019, same thing happened. A truck ran into Christians celebrating Easter, and during that period that truck unalived 8 people, injuring at least 18 people. Same thing repeated December 2014. A truck ran into Christians celebrating Christmas during Christmas procession on the road. A truck ran into them, unaliving 4 people, injuring at least 25 of them. Now, the first time might be a mistake, second one might be a coincidence. Let me tell you, the third one will be an intentional act. The question is, why are Christians not safe in the northern state of Nigeria? That's the question. Why are the Christians not safe in the northern state of the country? Because the Muslims are also safe in the eastern and also the southern side of the country. It is time the Nigerian government look into why Christians have been unalive in mass. This is not the first time, neither is it the second time, neither is it the third time. The question is, will it happen again or not? We might not know. Anyway, I'm just bringing you the information of what is happening so that you can observe and also pay attention to details. Anyway, it is very sad.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Mr. President, welcome back from your working visit to France. When you travel on the 2nd of April, your aide, Mr. Bayo Ononuga, he talks say the president they travel to evaluate the performance of his government for these 2 years when you don't be president. So, Mr. President, sir, I just say make I ask you, from your personal evaluation and assessment of your performance, wetin be your result? Wetin be the score where you give yourself? Since now you dey set exam, now una dey mark una self or una own performance, can you share with us some of the result of your performance as a government, sir? Mr. President, if you're not able to share us your result, please permit me to give you a little of your performance in these 2 years of your government. So, Mr. President, as you dey away for France on working visit, within a space of 1 week, more than 150 Nigerian human beings have been slaughtered in Plateau State alone. Not to talk about Benue State, where the Benue State governor, who is also APC governor, don't confirm, say more than 70 people were within a space of 1 week. We not talk about the case for Gombe and every other part of the country. Almost every week, Nigeria, they see constant mass graves, mass burial. And that is part of the assessment of your government, Mr. President. So, Mr. President, as your children, where we be, as a concerned child, shall we dare free to ask, say, what be the benefit of this working visit to France? From this working visit, which bilateral agreement was signed, now which foreign investor, they come Nigeria, they carry companies come as a result of this visit. I've been asked, now, only you wakago, now, only you waka come. Mr. President, with the constantly where they go on for Nigeria, apart from the hunger and starvation where they, apart from corruption, with this skill now, shall we dare free to talk, say, make Mr. President Tinubu also resign from office? Because I dey borrow your words, Mr. President. Under Jonathan government, all the tweets where you put and all your statements, they're there for public. You said that on security, the box stop at the president's table, and it questions the competence of President Jonathan. You said the constant of Nigerians across the country is unacceptable. Mr. President, now where you be commander-in-chief of the armed forces too, share the constant of Nigerians all over the country is now acceptable. Nigerian leaders, una APC supporters, President Tinubu government and all of una, as una talk say this government is a government of renewed hope. I say make I ask now, what exactly is the meaning of renewed hope? Which kind of renewed hope not get empathy for the kill of defenseless citizens in the country? What this government they provide for Nigeria is the textbook definition of how not to govern a country. Nigeria almost exists so that other countries can learn how not to govern their countries. What kind of renewed hope they bring this kind of hunger and starvation? Renewed hunger, renewed shaggy, renewed insecurity, renewed hopelessness. Yet when I don't already they prepare for 2026. 2027 election. Nigerian politicians, at what point when I go talk, say this country has given you so much, make you also make sacrifices for the poor. Nigerian poor people, we are the subsidy for the rich. We are there here, the president is a former governor, vice president, former governor, senior president, former governor, all receiving pensions and allowances from their respective states. But yet, at what point when I go talk, say this country, we don't do so much for una, make una give back to the people. When I there here, they talk, they do baby steps. We are taking baby steps, for 2 years now. But when I know they take baby steps, where they say billboard and posters for Tinubu 2027 done already, they full Abuja and Lagos. So when I not take baby steps for that one. When I not take baby steps to buy presidential jet, renovate vice president house, renovate Tasso Rock, buy cars for office of first lady. But Nigerians will continue to they take baby steps. For that France where President Tinubu travel go, when there is crisis in the country, the president, if he dey oversee, go cut short in trip, he go come back to attend to the crisis. But for my country of renewed hope, when there is crisis at home, president go wear clothes, enter private presidential jet where he buy newly, he go fly out of the country. That is renewed hope. Now APC progressivism be that. Shame on us as a country. And when they talk about 2027, the calamity where they at hand when I no finish them, you push more people into multi-dimensional poverty, but you won't come back for second term. The only arrogance when Nigerian politicians get is because they have a criminal INEC on their side. Nigeria, we must begin to find the courage to go to the National Assembly and demand electoral reform before 2027. If not, we they enter criminality and corruption Armageddon. My own no hard. We must decide to ensure we make electronic transmission of results mandatory. We must protect our INEC server before we begin to talk about independent candidacy and all of those other judicial reform, constitutional reform. If not, we get trouble. When I hear what Reverend Tunde Bakare talk, he said this is motopark politics. This is political banditry. Reverend Tunde Bakare, fellow Nigerians, we are in trouble if we not fix INEC before 2027. Because as we talk, so maybe finally na me go carry my one-man protest, go National Assembly. Maybe now there they go finally arrest me. Because for Nigeria, when they kill, now you wait talk say they kill people no good. Now you they go come to arrest. The criminals wait for nobody go touch them. Now so the country be, but planning to harm is a waste of plan. Use that time to plan to protect people and to give us a better life. May Nigerians receive the courage to speak up and put value on human life in this country. God bless Nigeria. Hoping to hear from the president on his next working visit.
Now, my question is this. Why has Kashim Shettima been sidelined? In the sense that all this period where Tinubu they come out, isn't Kashim Shettima supposed to be the acting president? I mean, even though the constitution says the president needs to be inactive for 21 days, right? But again, Tinubu was inactive for like 20 days. So what happened? Why are they sidelining Kashim Shettima? It's almost as if Shettima is just there as a figurehead. I'm sorry to say, this is my observation. It's almost as if Kashim Shettima is just there as a statue of liberty. And I don't know why the Northerners are not even saying anything, because I remember vividly when Buhari was leaving the country that time, he was going and coming in, the Southerners, the Easterners, everybody kept on saying, oh, Osibanjo should be made the acting president. Why are they sidelining? We'll sideline him. Why is Osibanjo quiet? Is he just there as a statue of liberty? A lot of things happened that period. And at the end of the day, he was made the acting president at a particular period of time. And I will tell you his achievement as the acting president. Although, for some reason, there has been a propaganda about Kashim Shettima that he is the owner of Boko Haram and is the lead of Boko Haram. That one a story. Me, I am curious. I would like them to make him acting president when Tinubu leaves, because I'm pretty sure Tinubu is going to leave this country again very soon. And he will also be very inactive. Do you understand? So my reason for this post is a straight campaign that anytime Tinubu leaves, Kashim Shettima should be made an acting president. Let us test what he can do. If in true be Boko Haram, according to the rumors, let's see if he will bomb the country. If true Kashim Shettima will Islamize Nigeria, according to the story, let's try and see. So far, Tinubu no buy. Let's see what he can do in that short period of time. And the reason why I'm saying this is this. During the time of Buhari, a lot of Northerners, they stand gidigba for Buhari, but they feel say if Osibanjo come, Osibanjo go do anyhow. Do you understand? But Osibanjo came, and guess what? Osibanjo did a lot of things that Buhari could not do in all the years when he became president. Now, let me quickly outline some of the things acting President Yemi Osibanjo did when he assumed office. Let's start with this. Professor Yemi Osibanjo assumed the position of the acting president for the second time in January. You see, even 2 times. For the second time in January 2017. A period of grave uncertainty over the health condition of President Muhammadu Buhari, who had been out of the country for well over 21 days. Tinubu, now only 1 day remain. Maybe he come back to Nigeria because he know say if he no come back, they go make Shettima acting president. Maybe. I don't know. But I mean, stay till like 20 days, Just 1 more day, they go make him acting president according to their constitution. Anyways, who have been out of the country well over 21 days on health grounds. His first official function was a meeting with the executive director of the World Food Programme, Ms. E.R. Tarin Cousin. On the 27th of January of the year 2027, he was informed of serious food shortage in the northeast of Nigeria, and why he needed to act fast, so to save Nigerians, so to save hundreds of thousands dying from food starvation. Immediately, he constituted a team made up of ministers and other cabinet members and ordered that they activated the Bureau of Public Enterprises Emergency Act. Days after, food and other household needs were on their way to the northeast. Hundreds of Nigerians were saved from starvation. On the 1st of February, he presided over the Federal Executive Council meeting, during which the Presidential Task Force on Food Security was mandated to reduce the price of food items in Nigeria. That's number 1. Number 2, this is another thing he did as acting president, even though a lot of people thought he could not do anything. Number 2, if that was not convincing enough, What was convincing was his decision to go to Borno State a day after Boko Haram had bombed Maiduguri, the state capital. Security agencies and intelligence warned him against the visit, but Osinbajo was not one to shy away from adversity. The next day, he was in Maiduguri and went on site assessment of the destruction caused by the terrorists, and immediately ordered the reconstruction of the villages. On arriving in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, he ordered all service chiefs to relocate to Maiduguri to combat the insurgency. The next day, they were all there. So he ordered all service chiefs. As a result of the bombing where happened for Maiduguri, he tell all service chiefs, say they relocate, go Maiduguri. Meanwhile, the pipe people as Tinubu no did. Tinubu did not say a word. The buying that happened in Jos, the buying that have been happening in Benue, still happening as we speak. The one where happened for Bayelsa, a lot of herdsmen issue around. As we talk now, it's happening in Kwara State. President did not say a word. Now let's move on to what Osinbajo did. What about infrastructure? On 8th February 2017, it chaired the FEC meeting and gave approval of 21 billion naira for the construction of Ilori Omu Aran Kaba road section. In a familiar vein, on the 15th of February, he approved the award of 126 billion naira road projects spread across Kano, Bauchi, Adamawa, Kwara, Gombe, Enugu, and Kaduna states to be constructed with immediate effect. He need more than infrastructure. He stabilized the economy and brokered a peace deal enjoyed till this day. February 10 to 13 saw Professor Yemi Osinbajo make a rotational visit to the Niger Delta in continuation of his interactive engagement with the oil producing communities in the region. The visit started in Yonogwa, the capital of Bayelsa State. He then proceeded to Port Harcourt, Rivers State, to meet stakeholders of the oil producing communities. During the meeting, he rolled out framework for the clean-up exercise in Ogoniland. This is in response of the report submitted by the United Nations. On the 16th of February 2017, Professor Yemi Osinbajo presided over the first National Economic Council meeting of the year and directed the Central Bank of Nigeria to review the foreign exchange policy. The meeting also resolved that fresh $250 million be injected into the sovereign wealth fund. The CBN subsequently released about 500 million through the interbank market, where the 23 bank bought $371 million. Cut to the chase, dollar to naira crashed drastically, bringing a new lease of life to the economic well-being of Nigeria. On February 17, Professor Yomi Osinbajo signed 7 crucial bills into law, some of which are the Oath Amendment Act 2017, Defense Space Administration Act 2017, and the Veterinary Surgeon Amendment 2017. Not just that. On an unscheduled visit that changed the fate of many derelict NCAA workers, Osinbajo appeared at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos on the 23rd of February as a part of the 60-day action plan for business reform in the country. The visit, which took many airport workers by surprise, went viral. During the visit, Professor Yemi Osinbajo inspected facilities and interacted with airport officials on the welfare of the workers and travelers. In less than 24 hours after the visit, the federal government announced the sack of 10 directors of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authorities. 3 new directors and general managers were also appointed for the Federal Airport Authorities Fund. But more importantly, there was this was the genesis of Nigeria's steady rise to World Bank ease of doing business index. Professor Yemi Osinbajo did not only make a case for a friendlier business environment. He ensured the government agency to remove bottlenecks by ensuring that they embark on technologies. Not just that, he also did a lot of things, like he sacked the former DSS boss that went to go and block the National Assembly. He also gave justice with a SAS. This is the one that I remember offhand, right? The whole SAS issue, the outcry of the people of police injustice, he did that. Now, the key things he did: Boko Haram, where gun bomb Maiduguri, Osinbajo made sure that the service chief went there to make sure that the insurgency stopped as at the period. Right, he made sure there is food and reduction of food prices in Nigeria as acting president, because president know they do it. So far, so good. And president was active as at the time. Muhammadu Buhari was inactive as at the time. Now, Tinubu go for 20 days, inactive. Why didn't they make Shetima acting president? Let's see what he can do. Maybe. So all of them will say, this guy na Boko Haram. Shetima na Boko Haram, right? The people that said Shetima is Boko Haram, can he Boko Haram Nigeria in, let's say, in 3 months? We'll for test him, or maybe in 20 days. Let's test him. Test him. Waiting to happen to the vice president. Why is he inactive? Shena figurehead, is he a Statue of Liberty? Is he a wood? Is he a plot? Why is he not active in anything? What is the politics going on? Like I said, this same thing happened to Osinbajo, and at the end of the day, they made him acting president at a particular 2 times. So how far? Maybe the reason why I'm saying this is simple. To President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if you plan to leave country again, we want you to make Kashim Shettima acting president. Maybe this will not make you leave. And also, as they give the people headache, I believe that this video will also give them our own headache. Do you understand? So the Northerners, this is a campaign for you guys, I swear, and to other reasonable Nigerians, not only the Northerners. If president is not active, he should make his vice acting. Let's see what they can do.
President Tinubu, you are back to this country. During your working visit that you went to France for over 20 days or 20 days per se, about almost 200 and something people are spied in this country, Nigeria, especially in the north, especially Christians. As you can see, this na trailer when it be say, it be like say, they go on its own, people, they do their celebration, Easter celebration, and trailer run over people. Nobody has said anything about this. Nobody has said anything about this. This government has not done anything about this. This government has not said anything about this. This president has not said anything about this. Can you just imagine the kind of country we are living in? And we say we have a leader. During the time of Jonathan, when insecurity is taking place, you ask Jonathan to resign. So now it's your turn to resign because the insecurity is too much. It's too much. Nigerians are not safe anymore. On your watch, Nigerians are not safe anymore. So you have to step down. You have to resign. Don't wait to have to say you want to prepare for 2027 because we don't need you. We don't say yes, now they fight on our way, now they buy on our way, they enter. But we don't need you because Nigerians, who you want rule after the full Nigerians don't buy? Who you want rule? Who you want rule?
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And please, my love, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I post a video. I love you. See you in my next video. Bye.